Hello everyone, welcome to my first ever video, and it's a building tutorial video. So in this video we're going to be making this house here. As you can see, we're going to go through all the steps needed to make it, and we're going to have a good friend here, Mopshock, help us with the build. So let's get started. So here is the blocks we're going to use for our build today. As you can see, they're the new blocks of the new update. So we're going to incorporate it, and hopefully we can incorporate it well. As you can see, I've got the layout already here. So it's pretty simple, just a little L shape like that. And then what you're going to do is then we're going to do this here, and this here. And then we're going to copy it all around. And once that is being done for me, I'm going to show you of an example of a staircase we could use for the main part of the build. So this is going to be the entranceway here, and I want just a little bit of an entrance like that. Suppose you could even add some andesite walls here, and that's add a bit more detail. And now we've got the foundation pretty much done. Let's move on to the main frame of the build. So now we've got the foundation done, I've got the mainframe, I suppose. I've used stripped dark oak logs and dark oak planks. Now once you've got this mainframe done here, give you a second to do that. What you're going to do next is use some of what you've already used and do little bits like that all around. There we go. And then what you're going to also want to use is some dark oak slabs and dark oak stairs. And you're going to add the stairs like that around your build. And then the dark oak slabs just like that. Then once that's done, of course, you've got the main entrance here. So the main entrance, you want something bit nice, I suppose a bit grandiose. So we're going to do up like that, and up like that. And you can like edit it as you wish, and do as you wish with that, but that's the simplest form, I suppose. Then you got all these little bits on the outside, and it looks a bit rough at the moment, so we want to make it more less rough. So we're going to connect them up just like that. There we go. And then we've got these corner bits. This corner bit in particular is a bit rough, so slabs around there, and then dark oak fences, spruce fence gates, and oak fence gates, just like that. That's a corner. And of course, for this bit here, we've also got this. I've done an alternating pattern. You don't necessarily have to do that. You could do something else. You might even want mangrove. Mangrove could also work quite well, but for me, I want the spruce fence gates, because that's what I prefer. Then, once that's all done, you've got these little corner bits here, and you got these corner bits here. These are also a bit rough, so just do that, and that is your corner bits, and you can just copy them around just like that. It's quite quick to do, but all this bit, but it does improve your build so much, and I think it works very well. And then once you got that, gotta move on to second floor, and I suppose a bit of the roofs. So let's do that. Okay, so once you've done that and you've gotten your main frame for the second floor done, you want to do a bit of roof work. So what I like to do is start off like that. Maybe you want to start off like, I'm gonna start off like this. Yeah. Then you're gonna move across to there. Up one, then down one, like that. And just, it's very simple, but it works quite well. And with the polished sulfur block, it just adds that bit more of a shine to it. And of course here, we've got these ones, with these bits here, which have been done by my good friend Mopshock, who's doing great work so far. And she's not been forced at all. No, because I wouldn't force anyone. She's a very loyal worker, very loyal, and not forced. If you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help me in analytics. I'm a very small YouTuber so far, and it would really help me. So please, do that. Please. Okay, I've already done this. I've gotten ahead of the competition a bit, as you can see. I've just used some dark prismarine slabs, polished cinnabar slabs, cinema brick slabs, and polished sulfur. These are all work and complement each other quite well with the dark code, I think, as you can see. The pattern is quite difficult, so I'll give you a sec just to look at it and see how it goes, because I think it can be a bit difficult. There we go. Oh, my friend's got a message. Oh, what does the message say? Subscribe to Niboogle. Yes. You must do that. You must do that. You must do that. It is a legal obligation. You must subscribe. Yes. Please. I know I've already said it, and I know it's annoying, but do it. Do it. Let's get on with the next part of the build. Okay, so for our roof, I've started off a bit, as you can see, and for it's missing here. As you can see there, I've done the same as this first floor. Same here, just copied along. And then we got the roof. The roof is it just goes a bit, just goes like this, around like that, and that's the main frame of the roof. Then just adds a bit of detail, a bit of character. Gonna add blocks like that and blocks like that. It's a bit like what I've done for this bit here, but it's for the top bit. It looks a bit ugly at the moment, but trust me, it gets a lot better. So then what we want to do is we want to do bits like that. Then we want that, then that, if I remember correctly. Then we want some gold blocks. I know, quite expensive. So gold block there, and then what I like to use is some of the potent sulfur. I think it's a bit more shiny and it stands out a bit more, and I think it works quite well on a build. So I'm just going to add them there, like that. So now we got the main part of the roof, apart from, of course, this bit, which at the moment it looks, well, hollow, plainly. It's just a bit hollow. And what we're going to do again is we're going to use, I can't find it, dark prismarine. There we go. So dark prismarine on the edges, just like that. Then you have got the main part of your roof done. So once you've done that, of course, it still doesn't look good. It just we're going for a Japanese theme here. So what you're going to do, bop, 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 and bop, and like that, and it makes it that much better. Then for this, you're going to do the same for the bottom floor. Wait, yes, and same sort of thing, except for these bits here, which I've extended them a bit, just so it gives more depth. There we go. Hope you can see that well. But yeah, then once you've done that, you've got, well, the massive gaps that you probably want to fill in. So for the top floor, you're going to get white wool, and you're going to get white concrete powder. There we go. And we're going to do that, but you're not going to see this wool. unless you do some interior. So I'll leave that in there. And like that, and that. So that is the window for the top floor, which has just been copied around now, as you can see. Then we want the bottom floor. So the bottom floor, we're gonna get some polished tuff and just some normal tuff. So normal tuff and edges like that, and polished tuff like that. There we go. Same concept as the top floor, but just copied down to the bottom floor. So there we go. Just gonna do that now. There we go. Just a bit like that. And you may notice at points that the roof's a bit rough like this, so I've just noticed it, in fact. So what we're going to do is going to remove this and just fill it in. There we go. I mean, if you're looking up like that, it looks a bit rough, but it still looks pretty good. So I'm going to do that quickly. So that is the windows for the bottom floor, windows for the top floor. Done. Oh yes, we need a door. So, door. So what I like to do is either do that or that. I'm going to do this for now, like just like that. As you can see, like that, another two like that, another one like that, another one like that, another one like that. But you may notice that these bits are a bit ugly. So we'll get some chisel stuff, like just a bit like that. And it just adds that much more character. And because you can see, chisel stuff is a bit more darker. Tough, it's lighter. It kind of makes that kind of gradient as you go to the darker sections of the wall. Then we want the door. Wow, door. Impressive. Of course we're going to make the door much more nicer. So we're going to do that, that, and that. Very nice. Very nice door. Same sort of thing for the windows. I'm not sure about the windows entirely with this, but it definitely works in... It definitely works, so we'll do that. There we go, and it's just been covering around that like that. And it's the same thing for the top floor, just without the little plant pot rest, I suppose. There we go. Just copying around, copying around. There we go. As you can see, that's all done now. Pretty much done, I should say. And what you want next is the windows. So I'm going to fly into the house to do the windows. And what you want is some grey stained glass, some black stained glass. You don't necessarily need to do that. I like it because it... or depth. I know I've talked about depth a lot in this video, but it works. It works so well, and it just helps so much with the build. So there we go. Just... there we go. Copying it around. Like so. I'm not going to do interiors, because interior is quite personal. So if I do slash time set light. There we go. If you do have full bright, you still want some light, so don't forget that when you're doing your interior. I might do a video on the interior at some point, so make sure you look out for that. And I think a little message is being written for us. Sub. Yeah, you do it now. Do it. Sub. I need the subs. And the views. Subs and views. Anyway, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Actually, no. No. I take it back. Wait. Because it... as you can see, it's just a bit hanging. It just doesn't look very structurally integral, so there we go. And we can add bits like that across for the supports. There we go. Some supports. There we go. Just so the build doesn't look like it's about to collapse. And yeah, that is pretty much the build. I'm going to set it back to light. Time set 0. There we go. And that is the build done. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know that I have indeed. It's been a very nice Japanese style build. And I would like to just say a nice shout out to my good friend here, Mopshock. She has helped me so much with the build and making it just look that much better. And she gave so much of the planning and detailing. I really just... I'm just a speaker, really. I didn't really do much of the build. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye!